guys to my new video. In this video I want to teach you all about functions in C++ programming language. So first of all, like my video, subscribe to my channel, and let's start our video. What is a function? A function is a set of statements that takes input, does some specific computation, and produce output. The idea is to put some commonly or repeatedly done tasks together to make a function, so that instead of writing the same code again and again for different inputs, we can call this function. In a simple term, a function is a block of code that runs only when it is called. Look at the syntax. This is how the function is in C++. The function contains the return type. For example, it will be integer, float, character, double, etc. The function name, here the function name is gfg, and we have two parameter type. Like here we have int full marks, int is an integer, it's a parameter type, and the parameter name, and we have a second parameter type and parameter name. And finally, the function is ended by a semicolon. Now, how to declare a function? A function declaration tells the compiler about a function name and how to call the function. The actual body of the function can be defined separately. Look at the syntax of the function declaration. First, we put the return type, for example, integer, float, double, etc. The function name and the parameter list, and we put a block of code in a braces after the declaration. This is how to declare a function. The return type can be of any data type, such as integer, double, character, void, short. The function name, it can be anything. However, it is advised to have a manifold name for the functions, so that it would be easy to understand the purpose of function just by seeing its name. Parameter or argument list. Argument list contains variables names along with their data types. These arguments are kind of inputs for the function. Block of code, set of C statements which will be executed, however, whenever a call will be made to the function. Now let's see an example to understand how to declare a function. In this example, I need to declare a function that have a name myFunction, and we have two parameters, x and y. X and y is two integers, and I need to find the sum of these two parameters. Here the return is the return of the sum of two parameters x and y. The return is x plus y. Here is the main function. My function, or the x and y, have a value. X have the value 5 and y have the value 3. The return here is the return of x plus y. The return of 5 plus 3 is 8. This is an example how to declare a function of C++ using the C++ function. So function in C++ language, we have two types of function. First type is the user-defined function and the library function. Now let's see the difference between the user-defined function and the library function. First, user-defined function. User-defined function are user or customer defined blocks of code specially customized to reduce the complexity of big programs. They are also commonly known as tailor-made functions, which are built only to satisfy the condition in which the user is facing issues, meanwhile reducing the complexity of the whole program. But the library function The standard library functions are built-in functions in C programming. These functions are defined in header file. For example, the printf is a standard library function to send formatted output to the screen, display output on the screen. It's like the cout in C++. This function is defined in the stdio.h header file. The sqrt is a function that calculates the square root of a number. The function is defined in the math.h header file. The int main, the main is also a function in C++. Parameter passing to functions. The parameters passed to the function are called actual parameters. For example, in the program below, 4, 5, and 10 are actual parameters. The parameters reserved by the function are called formal parameters. For example, in the above program, x and y are formal parameters. In this example, I have two parameters x and y, and I need to multiply x by y by y. There are two most popular ways to pass parameters. The first way is passed by value. In this parameter passing method, values of actual parameters are copied to the function's formal parameters. The actual and formal parameters are stored in different memory locations, so any changes made in the functions are not reflected in the actual parameters of the caller. Pass by reference, both actual and formal parameters refer to the same locations, so any changes made inside the function are reflected in the actual parameters. Now the functions using pointers. The function fun expects a pointer ptr to an integer or an address of an integer. It modifies the value at the address ptr. The difference operator, the asterisk, is used to access the value at the address. The asterisk gives the value of the address. In the statement asterisk ptr equals 30, the value at the address ptr changed to 30. The address operator, the AND operator, is used to get the address of a variable of any data type. In the function call statement fun and x, the address of x is passed so that x can be modified using its address. Now, what is the difference between call by value and call by reference in C++? Call by value, copy of the value is passed to the function, but the call by reference, an address of value is passed to the function. In call by value, changes made inside the function are not reflected on the other function, but the call by reference, changes made inside the function are reflected outside the function as well. In call by value, actual and normal arguments will be created at different memory locations, but in call by reference, actual and formal arguments will be created at same memory location. This is the difference between the call by value and call by reference in C++ language. Passing arrays to functions. The syntax of passing an array to a function is: first we have the return type function, the return type, integer, character, float, etc. The function name, and in the parentheses I put also the data type of the array. It can be integer, character, float, etc. also. And I give the array name and the array size, and in the braces I put the block of code. Look at this example. Here I have the return type of the function is an integer. The function name is total. The data type of the array is integer also. The array name is marks, and the array size is 5. Here we have passed an integer type array name marked to the function total. The size of the array is 5. And we put a block of code in the braces. Now passing arguments to function, we have 3 ways: passed by value, passed by reference with difference arguments, and passed by reference with pointer argument. Let's see now the difference between the function passed by value and the function passed by reference. In the function passed by value, I start with the data type of the function, here void, function name, and int variable 1. And I open the braces and I put the block of code. But in passed by reference, we have the void name, the data type or the function name, and here we have two parameters. First parameters int. Here the data type is an integer, the asterisk or the value of the variable 1 and the value of the variable 2, and I put a block of code in the braces. This is the difference between the function passed by value and the function passed by reference. We will see this in the next video. Today, don't forget to like my video, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Instagram. And to get the PDF course, join my Telegram channel. That's all for today. Thank you for watching and see you later.